Don't you love how progressives just want to be inclusive? I mean, they love being inclusive so much that if you don't want to be inclusive, you can just fuck off and die.
Your side is fucking offensive!
I have the right to free speech.
I don't like you!
Get a load of this shit I found on the Daily Mail's website. Don't call pregnant patients mothers. Doctors are banned from using the word over fears it will upset those who are transgender. Official guidelines issued by the British Medical Association says mothers-to-be should be referred to as pregnant people. The move aims to avoid offending and alienating transgender parents. The advice came in a 14-page booklet titled A Guide to Effective Communication, Inclusive Language in the Workplace. See what I mean? It's just so inclusive. It's fucking heartwarming. NHS doctors have been told not to call pregnant women expectant mothers because it might offend transgender people, the Mail on Sunday can reveal. The astonishing warning comes in official guidelines issued by the British Medical Association to its 160,000 members, which says mothers-to-be should be referred to as pregnant people instead. The controversial advice to doctors in hospitals and general practice comes just weeks after it emerged that a Briton who was born a girl but is changing to a man put his operation on hold to have a baby. 4 months pregnant Hayden Cross, 20, is legally male and has had hormone treatment but not sex change surgery. There are no other known cases of a transitioning person becoming pregnant in the UK, but official figures show 775,000 women give birth in Britain every year. 775,000 women give birth in Britain every year. Doctors now have to refer to all those expectant mothers as pregnant people, to spare the feelings of transgender people who may become pregnant. Never mind the fact that there's been a grand total of 1 so far. Hayden found a sperm donor on Facebook of all places. Apparently there's a few different groups you can join if you're keen on making a, donation. I'll let Hayden explain.
I found a sperm donor on Facebook. There's on Facebook sites.
Right.
There's quite a few different ones. I just found someone on there, started speaking to him, spoke to him for a few days, and then just went from there.
Right, okay. So they provided the sperm so that you could then inject that? And
yeah,
then,
they came to my house and then basically come into a pot, basically, and then gave it to me, so then I could do it myself.
Wow, I had no idea that people artificially inseminated themselves at home. So I did a bit of Googling and it turns out that people even get it done on the fly. This website details the items that you'll need, including a smallish glass jar with lid and an infant medicine syringe, sperm delivered fresh by the donor immediately after ejaculation, lots of pillows, baby wipes, a towel and more. It then goes on to say, if you are doing this somewhere other than home, we recommend packing a comfortable blanket or sleeping bag in the car and some pillows so you can lay down. If you have an SUV, folding down the back works wonderfully. Make sure you bring something to cover yourself with so you have privacy. That's some good advice for artificial insemination on the go. Now, I've got no problem with Hayden living the way that Hayden wants to live. However, I have been pondering one question about this particular scenario. Most countries require a baby's biological mother to be listed on their birth certificate. That would be Hayden. But remember, Hayden is legally recognised as a man, and has had a lot to say about looking forward to being a wonderful father. So presumably, Hayden will also want to be legally recognised as the child's father.
Basically, come into a pot.
The obvious question is, will Hayden end up being legally recognised as both the mother and the father of this child? If that is to be the case, that's where I start to take issue. The law should always reflect reality as accurately as possible. I think the moment we're expected to recognise something in the legal sense that is an impossibility in the natural sense, we're in dangerous territory. Now, I don't propose to have the answer to this, but I'm not suggesting in any way that Hayden should be prevented from either living as a man or having a child. The solution will obviously need to be in the way the legality of this situation is handled. When it comes to the way society interacts with trans people, I certainly don't think any head-in-the-sand type band-aid solutions are going to do any good in the long term, i.e. banning doctors from using the words expectant mother. Cheerio.